Well, good day, tubes. How's you hanging? So welcome to, I think it's video number 3 of the question and answers for Bill. If you want to send me a question, send it to billqa@yahoo.com. There'll be a thingy in the bottom there too. So we've got 21 questions here. I thought, holy cow, I better get at some of these. So the first one here, I'm going from like basically the oldest one I've received to like the latest one I received. So this is the oldest one I've got. So this is from Connor Nelson. It says, hi, I'm Connor Nelson from Maine. I hope all is well. We're good here. Hope you're good too. Here's my question. If you were to trade in your John Deere 2032R tractor, what would you trade it in for, and what would you trade it for, and when would you trade it in? That tractor's going to be a wee while until we trade that one in, because we just put new tires on the front of it. Yes, we finally got new tires on the front, and I'll show you those at some point here. On the that one and the 110 TLB got new fresh rubber too on the front. It was getting pretty bad. 3,000 hours on the Backhoe. I thought that was pretty good, and only about 1,000 on the 2032R that needed tires. So a lot of turning with the tractor, the little guy, on you know, mowing and stuff out in the road and turn, and then go up the next row. Lots of turning, so I mean that wears them out pretty quick. The Backhoe doesn't get kind of that sort of abuse. It's more like straight running on rows, and then, you know, it doesn't get like the sharp turning and on the roads like the little guy does. So, but yeah, we got about 3,000 hours roughly on those Backhoe tires. So what would I trade it for? Well, it would probably end up being something John Deere again. I just don't know what the kind of, say if we traded it tomorrow, what would be the next model like they've got right now. I don't know. I'd have to look into all that, do a bunch of research, and then see what I would need to get for what I'm going to use it for. So I wouldn't mind something a little bigger for pulling the big dump trailer, but not any bigger for mowing. Actually, I really like that little zero turn for mowing, but pulling the big dump trailer with a full load of gravelly dirt in the back, you need a bit of beef there for pulling. So yeah, when we would trade it in, it's probably not gonna be for a while, because it's only got like just over 1,000 hours on it, so it's barely broke in. So unless something major, huge, expensive, catastrophic goes, like it blows an engine seal or something like that, or blows a hydraulic pump, I don't think we'll be trading that one anytime soon. So hopefully that answers your question. Next one is from Nicholas Somerville. Hi Bill, it's Nicholas from Australia. Can you please do a cold start on the F250? Now if you look through my channel, I've done a few cold starts, wintertime cold starts. They're not too exciting in the summertime when it's already kind of warm, right? They're not that great. So I just actually got back with the F250, so I can't do a cold start, but I could do a warm start. It's already warm, but I got to do an oil change on that thing soon. We've got almost 11,000 kilometers on that thing, and I still haven't added any DEF fluid to it yet. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's down to about maybe a hair bit under a quarter tank left. So, and I got like the big jug to pour into her after, right? So that's pretty good. I thought 11,000 K, and it hasn't flashed a thing that says, oh, DEF fluid low, please add blow. It hasn't flashed anything like that yet. So I'm like, that's pretty good. All right, next question. D-Man Vlogs says, hello Bill, I'm 19 years old from White Lake, Ontario. White Lake, Ontario. I absolutely have no idea where that is. It's in Ontario, but I don't know where. Sounds like there's good fish up there. Is there good fish up there? Might have to bring a rod or two up, and a boat maybe. If I had a boat. I got a rubber dinghy, it's about it. Anyways, I have 2 questions. Would you ever sell stickers? Yes, I will. But shipping, like I've been saying, shipping right now with this COVID thing, right now at this point, COVID stuff sort of seems to be kind of ramping up a bit again. So I think we're kind of almost don't want to start any rumors, but starting to get into maybe a, what do they call it, phase 2 of this sickness. And I knew it was going to happen once I start releasing people to do things and going out more. It's going to get worse. They should have left it shut down. But anyways, yes, but right now I'm not going to take anything or take any chances going to the post office, because that's not really, well, say an essential necessitarial, I don't think that's a word, trip to the post office. So, but yes, I could, I'd probably just even send you some, you know, for all it really costs. So. I also have to make some. I don't have any made up really right now. So, he says, I'd like to get one to go on my truck. That would be greatly appreciated. And my second question is, are you going to post up on your motorcycle channel anymore? Probably not. Mostly because I kind of forgot what the password is to get into that channel. And, I'm not riding on motorcycle stuff anymore. If I post stuff about the slingshot, it'll probably just go on this channel here. And the motorcycle thing was kind of a fun thing, but with her, it's not necessarily the licensing in Ontario here, it's the location that I had to go to for the licensing. There's no way I'm driving like an hour and a half one way to do a motorcycle test. I could potentially fail and then have to come home and do it all again like 3 weeks later. It was just stupid. So other reasons too, my wife didn't, well, our friend's parents had a really bad crash on their motorcycle in Florida, and after that my wife's like, I'm not getting on that thing with you. So that kind of ended that too. But anyways, so probably not going to post any more onto that. So, but there's a few videos on there if you want to still watch them, watch them. Next one is from Kevin Button. Hey Bill, hey Bill, it is awesome that you're going to do Q&A videos on the phone. Q&A videos. I was wondering if it's possible to get your wife's dad in a video discussing any weird phenomenons that he experienced while working in the cemetery. So yeah, my father-in-law worked here before me. So my wife's dad ran this place for about 22, maybe 3 odd years before I took it over. 16, holy crap, 16 years ago already. Where does the time go? Whew. In each hole, I guess. Back there. I did that once, and I kind of sort of snuck my camera in and turned it on, and I didn't kind of really think he'd really mind too much, and I got called a little devil. You little devil. When he found out that I posted it. So I can't remember now if it's still on there. I might have taken it off because he was not like swearing upset, but he called me a little devil, and for someone that's, you know, older age like that calls you that, that's probably not good. So I can't remember if it's still on my channel or not, or if it's still there. And I don't even know what it would be called now. Something stories maybe. I know I did a video of some of the stuff that I come across, and you know, funny thing, since that video I put out like 5-7 years ago or whatever it was, 6-7 years ago, I haven't had anything since. So it's all weird stuff before. But anyways, no, I probably won't film him again, although it'd be nice to get some of his stories recorded just to have, because I'm sure there's a lot of them. I know a few of them, but I don't know, maybe better not share those. So anyways, probably won't do that. So the next one's from Don Estes Gaming. I think I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Hey Bill, long time viewer, love the content, do have a few questions. Could you please shout out my channel, YouTube channel out? It's Don Estes, I think it is, E-S-T-E-S, Don as in Don, D-O-N. Don Estes Gaming, will there be another ATS Truckers MP meet? Yes, absolutely. I really want to do one, and I've been dying to do one since the Mac update come out. What's going on with that? If you've got that Mac truck installed, it won't work right yet. It's coming soon, but it won't work online. So you can't drive that truck online. You can drive it single player, but it won't let you load it up because it's like Truckers MP see it as like an illegal mod, and they won't let you load that mod. So it doesn't boot you out, but it just puts you into your last truck. I think I'm still in the International actually. So I mean, we could do that. That would be fine. But there's, I know, a big update coming June-ish. My nephew was telling me, I think. So I don't know what's coming up with this update, but I think he said the Mack truck's gonna work then. And there might be something else, like maybe potentially another state. I don't know yet. Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. But yeah, so he says, thank you for taking the time to answer my question. Sincerely, DJ Estes. I think I said that right. If I didn't say it right, I do apologize. So, there you go. Okay. Next one is from Timothy. He says, hi Bill, I'm going to be real cheeky and ask 3 questions. Okay, video's done. I'm out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Probably thought I really left, didn't you? 3 questions is good as long as they're short. I'm going to be really cheeky and ask 3 questions. How did your goose fence work out by the lake? Did it stop them? Yes, so far. Now I know some of the geese in and around the area, I've seen them walking around with babies, so I presume these arseholes that are back here have babies going, and I hope that it is stopping them. Now there's only one spot, it's kind of not on our property. Those bloody geese are so bloody smart, they'll walk along the edge of the fence until they find the end and then they'll walk in. Don't get me ranting on goose, man oh man. Something's really changed with the geese in about the last 5 years. Really changed. It's like they're so smart that they've adapted to what we've done with them or to them. You'd never ever see a goose around here, anyways, around here outside of the water area or walking other places. It's weird. There's another story I'll tell you in a second. The geese, you see them all out in the farmers' fields now, and they're like picking stuff like the fresh wheat that's coming up. They're out there picking that stuff off. I'm like, you'd never see that before. Geese were always in like the lake. Never come up on shore, ever see them on shore. And like the last 5 years, all of a sudden you see a couple of, you know, early on when the lady goose is pigging out to bulk herself up for doing egg stuff, and dad's standing there watching, you know, he's watching, and very rare does he look away. She's just pigging out. You'd never see that before, and that's what they're doing now. They'll come in here and land and do that. That's why we put the fence up, because it's the babies that do all the damage. The parents aren't too bad. They'll not eat a whole lot, but those babies come through and they're just, I've seen the babies lay down and eat as far as they can reach, and they get up and they lay down again. I'm like, you lazy little buggers, get moving. So the other story was really weird. Dale and I were out fishing on a little river, a little town south of here, and there was some geese that were in this little river, up quite a piece though, and I'm not kidding you at all. I seen one of the geese take off, fly, and he hovered right by this tree and then landed himself on the branch of the tree. I'm like, that is, I don't know what's going on, because that is so weird. But anyways, yeah, so far they haven't come in, and we've basically got it from like this side, which is like the north, what would that be, north east side of the lake, all the way around, and it starts to actually come back this way. So there's gosh, I can't remember how many foot of fence we put up. It was a lot. I did most of it, actually about 98% of it myself too, and each post 8 feet, one of those jab in, stamp in, or hammer in posts with 3 wire ties in each one. You know, it was a lot of work. So so that's the first question. You got me ranting on geese. Thank you, Timothy. Geese. Oh, they're just and why I don't like them so much is because they come in, the babies, like if I get like nice fresh graves, I'm going to keep ranting here, I get nice fresh graves, you know, all with the seed growing up, they'll come in and just destroy that, gone, and just eat it right to nothing, and then leave piles all over the place for you, alright? Not fun. Goose, eat every second and poop every 3, I think it is, so heck of a mess. Really fast digestive system, I guess, in and out and gone, right? Anyways, how is the new nature trail affecting the cemetery, i.e. parking issues, people not getting back before the gates? Well, it's okay. People not getting back before you lock the gates. Okay, so we have actually modified our hours here from It was 8 till 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now we're at 12 to 5. So it's kind of nice because I get like, usually while I was out at 6 o'clock this morning doing some stuff, and then I get till 12, nobody back there bothering me or looking at me, or I could be mowing and then I'll have to watch so much that someone's rushing up on you in a car, right? I hate that. I hate having to work back there with the people all around because they just come right at you, you know. The nature trail is a nightmare. It was a nightmare when they proposed it, and it's still a nightmare, and I hate it. Mostly because there's a lot of people that will come off that trail and jump our fences and then come into the cemetery and do stuff. I can't be back there all the time, right? So I don't know, even now it's closed. There might be someone walking around the cemetery that I don't even know about. So it's like, ranting, you're getting me, my blood pressure is getting higher. And the other thing that I told them when they first proposed doing this trail, I'm like, okay, there's gonna be people back there mourning at a grave or at a funeral, you know, doing their service, and there's people walking along this trail hooting and hollering and carrying on and making noise, and I don't like that. And yes, it's happened many times. I'm sitting there, I usually stay off to the side. If they need me, I'm here. And I see people coming, their dogs barking on the stupid bloody trail, and oh, it just ticks me off. But I told them it was a nightmare to start with, and it's a freaking nightmare, and I hate it. I've been on it a couple of times, and it's a good trail for walking, but I don't know, it's just not good. It's kind of like, you know, if you live in a house somewhere and they want to put a gravel pit in the back or a big wind generator or something. It's the same idea, right? I hate it, don't want it, and can't do anything about it now because it's in, and they spent a lot of money on wood there too. A lot of it was donated fundraiser money, but the wood on there is just, holy, what a waste of money. You could have built so many houses with that wood and actually have it usable for something. But anyways, third question, you're getting my blood boiling. Yeah, it's still sort of going. Did you ever try the aluminum foundry you built? So if so, did it work? I have not really tried it. Yes and no. It's actually still on my bench over here. Can't really see it for now because it's buried and everything else, but it is. It's actually over, see those white buckets? It's in behind there. That's, you can see the handles of the lid, and there's some more blades. Everything's in everywhere right now because I'm getting kind of sort of ready here to spray foam, right? So, oh geez, I'm wrecking the camera. So I have tried it. And I think it's going to work really well because it does get really hot with this little torch I built too, right? Let me grab this little torch here. This little propane torch gets really hot for that little area. And I didn't build the torch, but I remanufactured the end of the torch to fit in that guy. So we just made an end basically. Cut enough holes in it. I had to keep testing it and cutting more holes in it because it draws an atrocious amount of air. So I just kept carving it bigger, and it kind of worked pretty good. So, but one of these days I do want to try it. I've got a little crucible-y thing in there and everything, and it's all ready to go. Just gotta try it. I'm not sure what I want to try to melt though. I've got, you know, a fair bit of aluminum stuff I can use, but I want to try actually doing copper, but I might have to make another crucible because I don't think you can kind of mix those. It wouldn't kind of be too good. So, but yeah, it's there, just waiting. And I know you guys have been waiting for that video too, but I got to get enough aluminum to do a fair bit, right? And I do have some like old aluminum door, you know, where the glass, like the outside framing of the door is all aluminum, and it's like, you know, thick kind of boxy stuff. So that would probably be good. I could just put it in there and just let it kind of melt down in, right? And then, well, that's enough. Pull it out and then pour it into a mold of some sort. I'd like to actually try some of that foam casting, I think it was called, or something. I was watching some videos on that. I'm like, that's kind of cool. You take like a big chunk of foam and you carve something out of it, and then you put that into the sand stuff, and then you pour it in, and it's supposed to melt out all the when you pour that hot stuff in, it's supposed to melt out all the foam, right? And then casts whatever the void is then in the sand. So but that's gonna be a lot of work. anyways, Thomas, or sorry, last name's Thomas, sorry, Timothy Thomas. You got my blood boiling on that one. A little bit with the geese mainly. That trail topped her off. But anyways, thanks for the questions, that's good. Some questions are answered. So the next one is from John. I'm not gonna say your last name because I will mess that up. I'm sorry, but John. What kind of older pickup do you like? Dodge, Ford, Chevy? What kind of computer? Okay, he's asking a couple questions here. What kind of older pickup truck do you like now? It really depends on what years you're kind of looking at there. I've had a few. I've had the GMC Sierra. I've had a few Dodge products. I've had a full-size Ram, an older style. It was an 86, I think. Hard on gas. Holy cow. And I've had a couple of Dakotas. They weren't bad, the Dakotas. They're not good for anything except hauling maybe a couple of people around. You wouldn't really haul much of a trailer with a Dakota, but we had a 2000. Wow, that's 20 years ago. A 2000 we got brand new, and it had the big V8 in it, the Magnum, and that thing went really good. It wasn't too bad on fuel either, but funny enough, I've had the 6s in those too, and the 6s used a lot more gas, it seemed, than the 8s ever did. Plus the 8s sound a lot better than the 6s if you put a bit of a pipe on her, we'll say. I don't know, honestly. I'm a car truck guy, but I don't really care what it is as long as it doesn't treat you bad and it costs you a lot of money. If it's costing you money, I don't like it too much. Like I say, I've had three Fords too now, and these are all newer ones, mind you. But and Dodge, I've had GM product, a few GM products. I had a Buick Allure too, which was it was all right, but it fell apart. We'll say electrical issues too in that car. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, I don't really care as long as it doesn't cost you money. So yeah. What kind of computer do you use for gaming and uploading your videos to YouTube? Okay, my computer is pretty beefy. It's got 32 gig of RAM. It's got 1080 Ti, which is actually getting older now. A GeForce card. Still works really good though. Really good. I'm really happy with it. Processor is like an i7, something I can't exactly remember. Motherboard is square, about this big. I can't really remember what it is now either. I'd have to look up the specs on it again, but it at its time was a pretty good computer. And I noticed a big difference to rendering videos with that video card, because that one you could actually use the video card for the acceleration of the video processing. So when I'm processing this video will process in probably about 15 minutes. And of course it all depends on your settings. I usually do mine at a 1080p, right? 60 frame a second, so it looks good and smooth and stuff. I could do 30 frame a second, but that's old technology. 4K is I don't really do rendering in because it takes up so much bloody space. 4K looks great, but unless you have a 4K monitor that you're watching on, it's kind of useless because you're not going to see it any better than 1080 probably anyway. So pretty good computer, runs games pretty good. I haven't found a game that it won't really run pretty much full tilt at. We'll say full, well, couple. Farm Simulator 19, it actually has a bit of issues with that running that full tilt. And normally games I like to kind of like running them in 4K res. Just so when it renders down it looks sort of nicer again than just if it was 1080p, right? So, but it's a pretty sweet computer. I am from Hazleton, North Dakota. I actually live in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. We moved to North Dakota in 2012, and I'm 19 years old, and I was born in 2000. You're just a young feller. Enjoy it while you can, because it only gets worse. Okay, so we got a couple of questions from Cameron Costello. He says, hey Bill, hope you and your family are doing well. We're doing good. Hopefully you're doing good too down there. I was wondering how long it takes to plow the cemetery in the winter. Okay, that really depends on what type of snow it is, how wet it is, and how thick it is. Normally with that big plow, I can do that whole place in about 40 minutes, roughly. It's pretty quick. And that's like, Well, if you start at the front of the, like where you go in and then it widens out and the road goes this way and goes that way. If you go right around the whole outside and come back there, that's 1 kilometer. So I got to do one that way and then about a half a plow the other way to get it wide enough, right? So yeah, about 40 minutes. If it's more, it's probably more like an hour. It's not too bad actually. That plow works really good on that 110 TLB. I really like it. And last winter the snowbanks were building up too, so I even got over a bit more and shoved it, and it just didn't even know it was there. It was nice. I like playing with you on ATS. We have played before on ATS. With you and my nephew Jeremy, who lives in Nova Scotia. And hope to play FS17 together soon if my game works. Uh-oh, broken game. You might have to verify your game file integrity there, bud. Go into properties on your Steam game there and properties and verify game integrity, I think it's called, or something like that. It'll look through all your files and see if it needs to re-download this one, or if this one's corrupted, it'll re-download it and install it again for you. So that may be all it needs. I've been watching you for about 6 to 7 years. Almost watch every video of yours. Wow. Cameron Costello from Fergus. Oh, you're not too far from me, are you? Not too far at all. Fergus is only about 35 minutes from me. And his second question was, I forgot one thing. Would you be able to make me some stickers? Yes, I will, but the COVID thing, right? So I can do that and send those out to you after. So hopefully this COVID thing buggers off soon, because I'm getting kind of sick of this crap. I'm sure you guys are too. The next one is from, I see Jim way at the bottom, but I'm not going to try to pronounce the name on the email here because I don't know what it is. It says, hi Bill. It's funny because this one come in and the text is really small. Gotta look closer. Hi Bill, love your videos. Just wanted you to know how did you learn your mechanical skills you have. You seem to have a book full of knowledge. Thank you for entertaining us all. Well, you know what? You got to get your hands dirty. That's how I learned. I did it. I had no idea about this axle and brake system that I still got here soon to hopefully go back together on the tractor. You know, that guy, and the brakes here and stuff. I had no idea. I just wrecked the camera again. I just took it apart and then kind of figured, well, it looks like this goes here. That's kind of straightforward though. You know, there's bolts that hold this whole entire thing on. What happens if you take those bolts out? Well, then the whole thing comes out, right? So, I mean, sometimes Google asking Google stuff helps too, but most times I just kind of go at it. I knew a while ago about these Sure seals that seal the outside instead of the hub on the other side. I seen this one was leaking, so I'm like, oh, we'll get some Sure seals for that, and sure enough, hopefully it's going to be all right. So yeah, you know, I just kind of figure stuff out. Sometimes I screw things up and I got to ask you guys for help, because you guys help me with a lot of that stuff too, right? Questions and comments, and I'll ask you, holy crap guys, how the heck do we blah 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 this thing, you know, and then I'll put that out there, and then you guys will answer it, and I look at all the questions or all the answers, and some of them differ, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll put this together with that, and then bang bang away she goes, right? Small engine stuff I learned in school. I took two semesters, I think it was, maybe 3, of small engine stuff in school. I did 1 year of auto mechanic stuff. I don't remember any of it now, but it's just kind of stuff that's maybe sort of straightforward. You know, I can change wheel bearings in your cars. I can change shocks and struts in your cars. I wish I had tire machine, because I did work at a tire place too, and I could change tires and balance tires and throw them back on your car for you. I don't have a tire machine, so I can't do that, but now the tractor tire, I could have got that and changed that myself too, but he has the real nice long, super long pry bars. I don't have those. I only got like some of these shorties, which would have sucked. But so I thought, oh well, he'll do it for me for pretty much the same price anyway. So so I let him do that. But I can change tires. You know, I've changed everything from, well, I've done a couple of big tractor tires right down to like those stupid little tires on your 2-wheel cart, right? So I've been, you know, I don't know. I just get into it and kind of doing a lot of learning on the way, right? So. Just hopefully this axle will all go back together all right and it doesn't have any problems after, because that would suck. There's a guy actually that works on tractors. I won't tell you his name or where he is, but he's around us here, and he's been working on tractors like all his life. He'll split these great big huge frickin' mother tractors to put a clutch or whatever into it. I'm like, did you go to school to learn all this? When I was talking to him, he's like, nah, I just did her. I'm like, you didn't study nothing or nothing? No, just took her apart and did her. I'm like, wow. So he's fixing all these tractors for like the whole county here basically, and he's not even licensed. So I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. Good for you. So that's how I learned all my stuff, you know, and it's just kind of stuff that sticks in your mind. Some things I'm like, oh, I know I've done that before. How the heck do I do that now? And I'll have to maybe look it up again and figure it all out again, right? But yeah, so that's from Jim from Wildwood, NJ, I think is New Jersey. I'm not sure, sorry, short forms of me and not so good sometimes. He would like some BILLSTMAXX stickers for my truck. So yes, again, whenever this COVID thing's over, I'll send out a bunch. So now, the next one is from, oh darn, I just lost my spot. Holy cow. Oh, it's from Don Estes again. He says, hey Bill, I have another question for you. How much are your stickers? Okay, again, so stickers. That's another sticker question. I think we answered that, so. But anyways, okay. When I have stickers ready to go, I'll put up a little video kind of thing. And when we're kind of clear of this COVID thing, so I can actually get, because if I have to mail stuff to the States, I have to go to the post office to get a US postage stamp. Apparently they won't send it if I stick our stamps on. I don't know how, because you guys have sent me stuff with American stamps on it and they get here fine, but apparently we have to. I don't know, it's a weird thing. But anyways, next question is from Brian Pearson. Oh, I should know that name because we have a Pearson Airport down here, big Toronto Pearson Airport. Howdy Bill, like a few folks, I've been watching you since your Astrovan days. Woo, the Astrovan! What a piece of junk. That was a pretty good van though, but it was wore out when we got it. So you still see a few of them on the road here, but not as many as you used to. They're starting to petrol out, you know. And they were a good van for a lot of years. They made them, like 25 or whatever odd years. I don't know why they're still not making them, or they're probably another 10 years they'll re-release the Astro van or the Safari van, whatever you want to call it, right? So, and it'll be total stupid and crap like all these other, some of these other cars they released aren't very good, but anyways, whatever. I wish they would release cars like that, you know, like the Charger or the Challenger, but make them exactly the way they were. Not all these new funky looking lights on them and the fenders look kind of like it, but not really. Make it look like it was. So the Volkswagen Beetle, for instance. The old Beetles from like the 60s were pretty cool, awesome looking. Then they come out with these, oh man, sorry. They come out with these other new crappy ones that look totally stupid. I think, anyways. I don't know what you guys think about the new Volkswagens that came out, you know. Now they don't make them again now, but back in the days, you know, in the, well, when did they come out with them? In the 90s or something? In and around there, or the end of the 90s, came out with the new Volkswagens, and I thought they looked stupid. Anyways. So back in the Astromans, holy cow, I haven't even got to your question yet. I've had a share of crusty rigs over my time. My only venture into tractors has been Murray riding mower. My current fleet consists of a 1963 Chevy 1-ton flatbed and a 1984 Chevy 3/4 ton 4x4 and a 91 K5 Blazer and a pair of junk 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supremes. Oh wow, there's still a few of them around too, eh? Then I'm working on to make one good car. My question is for you. What is your dream tractor if you don't already own it? Again, I'm not really fussy on really anything as long as it doesn't cost you piles of money. I really like my AR I got, although it's a really heavy tractor and it's kind of kind of not really good for anything except kind of towing things, right? I mean, yeah, you can get attachments, plows and stuff, but you got to drag them behind. It doesn't have the 3-point hitch. I really wish it had a 3-point hitch. But I've always liked those 2-cylinder tractors pretty much since I seen them as a younger kid in like tractor pulls, when they're like bang, 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 and it just doesn't stop. It's like, wow, that is freaking awesome. And I just love the noise of them from there, right? Once they start hammering real hard and working real hard, oh, it just sounds so cool. So I guess we could say I kind of owned my dream tractor in a way. AR, or the little BR, which is a little smaller, they're not too bad too. The John Deere D, I really like too, but it's like way too heavy. That thing, holy friggin' crap, it's like probably another half of the AR. So I'm like, I don't need to be dragging that much weight around. But the D is, and I've driven one of those at if you look up the John Deere Tractor Plow Day or something, I think I called it, not too long ago, last year. Gosh, I drove a few things there, and that D was pretty cool. I took it up and down a couple of times down the road there. So yeah, so would you buy one as is, or wait a minute here, if you didn't already own it, would you buy one as is, or you could mix and match parts from various manufacturers? Would you have a Frankenstein machine? That'd be kind of cool to have, like, parts and pieces, if they would work, from different tractors on one machine of some sort, and make people guess, well, that's a Ford tractor. This got this. No, it's Fred. That's a John Deere because it's got blah blah blah. And Tom over here is like, you guys, that's a Massey Harris. What's the matter with you guys? You know, that'd be cool to get them all screwing around. And really, what is it if you mix and match pieces and parts and bits and pieces, right? So the big Frankenstein tractor would be kind of cool. Thanks for doing what you're doing, keeping us all entertained over the years. Brian Pearson, he's from Washington, way away from me. Maybe I've driven through there in truck sim. I don't know. Maybe. All right. So the next one is from Daniel. He says, "Hi, Bill. My name is Daniel from Plymouth, MA. Have you ever thought of visiting Massachusetts?" Shh, I don't think I said that right. Sorry. Have you ever thought of visiting MA someday? I'd like to, maybe when I'm done working or something, if I'm not dead from COVID or something else stupid. I'd love to travel to every state just to see the difference. You know, I'd love to do videos in every state, but that would take a lot of time. You know, and then I'd really like to go just from here and just start heading across and then come back again and then go back again and then go back again, you know, as many times as you kind of could until you got to like Florida or something. And maybe this way too. Maybe we'll go this way as well. That'd be kind of neat, you know. Never know what you'll see. So what's your favorite John Deere tractor of all time? Oh, it's funny how you guys ask these questions and kind of sort of together. It's kind of neat. What's your favorite John Deere tractor of all time? Also, keep up the awesome videos coming. Favorite. I don't know. I really like the AR. Anything of those old 2 cylinders, I think I'm really liking them now. Some of the other ones, like the A, I think it was, or the B maybe, the ones that you sit really high on, I'm really not too crazy on them. I drove, what the heck was it now at the one plow day? It was an A or something like that, or B or whatever it was. And you really sit up high in them. I didn't kind of really like that. And then there was one that didn't really have any fenders to it. I'm like, oh God, you could get sucked under there and run over before you knew it, you know? I'm like, I like some of the safety of some of the other ones. Like mine has these great big huge fenders. You can hardly see the wheels, right? So I kind of like that. But favorite tractor, I don't know. Again, one that runs good, doesn't cost you a pile of money. That's what I like. Not having to fix them all the time. Basic maintenance, right? And that will prevent a lot of major maintenance too, right? Oil changes and stuff like that. So okay, so this is from, where's the name? Warner. Hello, Bill. My name is Warner. I am 15 years old. Another just a young guy. Live in South Carolina. My family is a John Deere 4320. What's a big one? Compact tractor. It's a bit bigger than my one here. I've been running it since I was 8 years old. Sweet. Good for you, buddy. I have put about 1,200 hours on it. Wowee. I have a YouTube channel called Sandhill Farms. I know you've answered a lot of questions about the 110 TLB, but would you consider a John Deere 4000 series tractor and backhoe attachment just to stick with your John Deere? Or would you go to a Kubota like TLB like you said? Probably, I don't know. I'd really have to sit down and look at the specs, because I know I'm happy with what the 110 does, and sometimes better is better, but sometimes better is too big, if you know what I mean, and then it's too much nuisance in and out of what I'm trying to do here with it, right? I would really have to sit down with the specs, compare the two models, you know, how deep does it dig, what's the bucket curl power strength, because that's really important. The crowd cylinder, so this one here, this one, you have to look at that too, because you do a lot of that where you jam it down and then you use that and then up and out. You'd have to really look at that, because you know, if you're going to run a 36-inch bucket on that, it's going to need a fair bit of punch there to push that and pull that out again. So the 110 does pretty good with that for what I'm using it for. So I don't know. The one Kubota I did look into, it actually went about almost 3 feet deeper, I think it was, than what the 110 did. I can't remember which one that was now though, but yeah. So yeah, that's his question. So hopefully that answers your question. Next one is from from Joe May, good old Joe. Hey Bill, it's your old buddy Joe May from Grafton, West Virginia. I actually didn't know that you lived there. That's interesting. Never paid attention maybe enough. Is it warm down there? It's usually warm down there, isn't it? One of your longest subscribers. Oh, hello, since 2012, I think. Is there going to be any tractor shows and steam shows or farm tours? If so, are you going to any? This year with the COVID, I think everything already is shut down. I know, like September, Labor Day, they call it September 1st-ish, is usually our fall fair out here, and it's already been canceled. So I don't think they're. If things start kind of rolling better and here again, they're not going to have enough time to really organize anything now. Vendors and, you know, food trucks and all that kind of crap and getting everything. So I think everything this year will be 2020. Too bad is going to be a no tractor show, no farm tour, no nothing show. It's just our year off, I guess. So I kind of doubt it, Joe. I don't think anything's going to be happening, which kind of sucks. So, but I got lots of other videos. You can look back and watch farm tours and stuff. So the next one is from Adam Fisher. He says, Bill, it's Adam Fisher here from Grove City, Pennsylvania. How does your housing work? Well, they have a floor and some of these wall things, and then this peaky thing that goes over top that keeps your head from getting wet. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. Do you rent? Yeah, we rent the house. So he's asked, do you rent the house or own the house? Or is it just included with your job? So yes, we rent the house from the cemetery here. Loved your videos. I've been watching for years. Really like the new Q&A series. Take care. Yeah, thank you, buddy. So yeah, we rent the house. I'm not going to disclose how much it is. It's millions and millions of dollars a month. But it all works out pretty good. So Noah Lewis sent in the next question. How's it hanging, Bill? I should have brought my water with me. Got some RV antifreeze there, that might work. Fruity flavored even. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Noah and I am 22 from central Indiana, sorry. I looked at that too fast. I've been a long time subscriber since a little bit before you ever played FS 2013. Holy crap, that's a long time ago. We should have Firebolt 13 again, shouldn't we? Won't have any mods for it now, but wow, see the changes. I know for sure you're the biggest John Deere fan I know of. A little bit. Got a couple of things John Deere. And I was wondering whatever happened to your mail day series. Well, I don't do mail day unless people don't send me mail, right? I've been getting some scratch cards and stuff in the mail, but right now I really don't think people should be really mailing stuff. It's not really a necessity, right? So we're kind of doing it sort of this way, right? Which kind of works a little better. It's cheaper for you guys. You don't have to actually send something in the mail, and you don't have to go somewhere to send the mail and get sick, right? So this is kind of sort of a mail day kind of sort of thing, but question and answers for Bill. yeah, so he's wondering about what happened to your mail day series. I know around Christmas time you welcome all the cards, still up, hanging up above, behind you here. Lost my spot again. But can us viewers still send you things? I'm really not encouraging anybody, like I say, to kind of go out of your way to do stuff like that right now, because you could get sick. You got to pass. A lot of people will say going to the post office, at least most of us probably do, and you know, it's not a necessity. It's not really kind of worth taking the chance, right? He says, I got some JD computer games that I would like to send up there for you to give a try. Send or leave a comment what games they are, because I've probably already had them and tried them. One was that Green Farmer or something, I think it was called. I think that was for a while. It's been a while since I played that one. I don't think I actually made videos on it. I just played it. It was alright. It was different, but if they're terrible and you don't like them, I would not be offended if you never touch them again. I will watch for a response from the next Q&A video. So yeah, right now just don't bother sending stuff like that. I mean, just keep yourself safe. Worry about that stuff later. Just keep safe. I think that's a better thing to do. And I think we've got a few more left here, about 4. The next one is from Dylan Collins. Hey Bill, it's Dylan. I have a 110 backhoes. Oh, I live in California. What town are you in? So I live in outside of Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. Here, we're actually not in Orangeville. We're like on the edge of Orangeville kind of thing, right? Like, so we're on Orangeville's there, and then we're kind of over here. You know what I mean? So how many Honda engines do you have, and can you do a cold start on all of them? I've got one I gotta do actually soon for you. I gotta fire up that pressure washer. Remember a while back we changed that 9-horse Honda from the I think it was a 13-horse Power Fist engine from Princess Auto. I gotta fire that guy up soon. So I've got that 9-horse, and then I've got the other ones are kind of in museum mode, I call it right now. They're kind of preserved, waiting to get run again, so there's no gas in them. They've been all cleaned out and blown out, right? So I wouldn't do a cold start on them, but so altogether, I think I've only got really, including the generator, that's another one, I guess. Hello. I got 4 of them, I guess. So I've got the 9-horse, my leaf collector system, which we'll do that in the fall time when we're doing leaves again. And it's 5.5. And I've got the engine that was on that, which is one of those industrial Hondas. And I think it's a 6-horse or 6.5 or something like that. And then the generator. So yeah, but we'll be doing some cold start soon because I gotta get that pressure washer going. Hopefully it runs that thing all right. 13 to 9 horse. I don't know. Might be getting close for making it work too hard, but next one is from Mike. He says, "Hi, BILLSTMAXX 29. I've been watching you since 2014, and I'm from..." Oh, good, you even put in the how to say it. Okay, so he's from Wisconsin, but it's from Menomonee. I think I said that right. I like Farm Sim Saturday and ATS. The 29 gets me too. I also have a 2-wheel drive Slash number 29, of course. I just bought Utah, so in Truck Sim. That's good. I have 2 trucks to try out, Mac and Lone Star. Can you do an RC/model video? Yeah, some of you guys have been asking for that, haven't you? Most of my stuff's kind of shelf queened, I guess we'll call it now. I do want to get my Slash going again. I think I mentioned that before. I want to get it kind of going again, and it was a fun little truck, and maybe Dylan and I go tearing around with the Slashes, and I'll put a camera on mine or something. Can we see Junior's shirt that he got for Christmas that you have talked about from Monster? Oh, what was that place called? Monster. Was it? He says Monster Hunter here, but that's not right. Monster. I think it was just Monster Clothing from New York. You know what? I can't remember what shirt that was now. He's probably wore it out already. He wears a shirt and then he'll just keep wearing it and then wash it and wear it again until there's nothing left of the poor shirt. So we got him a couple of shirts, I think. I can't remember. I got a couple of two. I got one that's, boy, I can't remember. That's terrible. What did I get? I got one that's got a big fried egg on the front of it. One that's, oh boy. I have to look at my shirt drawers there because I can't remember now. I got another one too. Oh, the skull one, I think, or something. I should wear that next time. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, so it says your 29 friend, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Mark Bellatone. Him and I talk a fair bit. You should play some House Flipper. Played that. Put a lot of videos on there. They didn't kind of do too well, so... it was a pretty good game, though, but it's kind of sort of repetitive, right? And it's kind of, I don't know, gets old fast, I guess. But in one of your videos, I saw you lift the 110 TLB. Oh, you've been around for a while, haven't you? How did you do that? Muscular. No, it was staged, we'll say. I had a... Okay, I'll let you know how I did that. What was I doing that day? I had a stump to pull out, I think. So I had the stump crushed in the thumb in the bucket, and I just extended like it way out until it got kind of light on the front and just got in the right spot like this. So this is the stump back here, the backhoe. And then I went to the front and it was just like, raw. It was so light. So that's how I did that. That's movie magic, we'll say. You should send out some candles. That I don't really want to do. I will sell stuff locally, but I do absolutely not trust the mail system to not get that package potentially too warm and make it go... Because I'm sure it wouldn't be nice to get a candle that's been all mushed into the bottom of a box, right? Or whatever I would send it in. So I probably wouldn't send candles out. If you don't know candles, I made beeswax candles a few years back and have a whole bunch downstairs, but I do sell some kind of locally here for... It's basically my wife sends it out to her friends, and they, you know, share it around. If you're local, then they come pick them up, whatever. But do you still send in stickers if I wanted to scratch? Do you still send in stickers if I was to send a scratch card? How are the chickens? Oh, the chickens are good. If you really want to send a scratch card, I mean, like I was saying, it's not really a necessity right now. Like, try to keep yourself safe. If you know you've got a good system at your post office that's, you know, taking care of their customers as the way they should be. If you want to send one, that's fine, but I'm probably not going to go to the post office myself until this is all over. So, again, just so you know. So, thank you, sir. We'll, oh, we're at our last question here. Just refresh anymore? Nope. This is from Austin. Last question of the day. Hey Bill, I have a question for you. What kind of truck do you like and video games? So what kind of truck, like a actual driving truck? I'm really actually fond of this F-250 right now. It's been really good. Really happy with it. Anything older? I don't know. Like, again, something that doesn't break down and cost you a pile of money all the time. That's a good truck, I think. I don't care if it's Ford, Dodge, Chevy. You know, I've been in all three, like I say, and they've all had little quirks here and there, but they've all been pretty good. So the Ford with the EcoBoost wasn't good. It was good to start, and then it wasn't good, so that kind of ticked me off. But and what video games do you like? I like games that are kind of challenging and but don't make you think too much, and they're not too difficult to navigate through maps and stuff. Some games it's like, holy friggin' crap, this is going to take me forever to finish this level because you got to do a whole pile of things, you know. I don't know, I like the shooting games. I like the Call of Duty older style games, like the World War II games and stuff, not so much the modern warfare. I don't really like all this fang-dangled stuff, you know, all that guns and all that laser crap and stuff too much on them. One of my actual weird, I'm not going to say this, but one of my actual favorite games, you guys probably aren't going to believe this, is actually Left 4 Dead 2. I've got like 3,800 hours on that game. I don't know what it is. It's kind of it's a kind of a repetitive game, but what is it called? The game director, the AI director. it changes up the levels and the way things happen. Every time you play that campaign, it's always different. One of them is the Dead Center, it's called, and you go into this mall, and there's like 2 or 3 possible different ways that'll exit you to get to the finish. So I mean, you don't know. It's not like, oh well, I gotta go down this hallway and up this way, and then we're done again. Oh, and down this hallway, and then oh, we're done again. No, it's different every time. You gotta go up this escalator, or there's three different ways you can exit that one. Anyways, most of the levels do that, and there's different various monsters all the time too, so it's not all repetitive same there, right? Some things in the game are the same, like, oh well, I know for sure that there's an ammo collection thing over here, I can go over here and get ammo. Sometimes in some of the parts, yeah, there is usually one there, but oh, it's not there now, so it's changed, so it's gotta be somewhere else, you gotta go find it, right? So it's kind of a new game kind of thing all the time. So yeah, I played that one. It's probably my highest hour played game. Now I haven't done too much recording of that, but yeah, maybe we'll start that again too. It's a pretty good game. Some people play it a few times. Oh, I hate that game, it's stupid. But you gotta stick with games a bit, until you get kind of used to them. So anyways, I think that was it for our question and answers. So if you want to send me a question, send it to billqa@yahoo.com, and we'll do number 4 question and answer. So thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later, and you guys have a good day.